All right, so here we go. Welcome to the FHL final, Game 3. I'm your host, Punchy, and I'm with, for the first time I think we've commentated together, I'm with Bryce.
Yep.
Bryce Rouse, how you doing today, bud?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Just recovered from COVID, actually. Had it last week, so...
Oh, that's wonderful. I will put a hockey stick between us, I guess.
I'm good. I've been testing negative for the last 3 days, so I'm good.
Pretty neat to see the shiny FHL Cup in the building tonight.
And all its glory over there looks great. Could be won here tonight by the Rayons.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who comes out and gets it done here. The Donkeys are up against the wall, and you got one of the most handsome men I've seen in a while come up and said hello. Recent Backyard Cup, 4-time champion. How you doing tonight, Dagsy?
Doing good, buddy. Good, buddy. Let's see how this game goes. Should be good.
Well, how's it feel to be a four-time champ in the backyard?
Yeah, I mean, kind of cool, I guess. We've been on some good teams, so good to have good teammates.
Caught a little bit of your practice there. How's the team looking so far after 2 skates?
Yeah, pretty good. Pace was better tonight than on Tuesday, so yeah, looking good. Got a lot of good young players coming up, so it should be a good season.
Well, I wish you and the boys some luck, and look at this. We're right into the first period here. And we're right into the first period here, 20 seconds in. We've got a couple shots early. The Rays just one win away from taking home a cup.
Yeah, they're trying to pick up where they left off, sustaining some early pressure on the goaltender as he'll cover up and get a whistle there.
And Bartek squeezes the post there. Bartek Ertowski returning after a four-day, I guess, IR. Missed, I think, 4 games straight. Had Marku Modalarchu, who's also dressed in the BHL Rent-A-Goalie jersey tonight. It's
Yeah, I've played against Bartek. He's definitely a very good goalie. I actually think he should be playing in the BHL, but here he is.
He's an absolute game changer in there for the Donkeys. Like, even though they're short-staffed tonight, they do have their regular goaltender tonight, so it could be a totally different story.
Russell Black doing some work as he always does. That 6'4" advantage.
The Rays are getting chances early. Benji Potvin muffs one into a skate. Hot Tub Time Machine keeps it in at the line. And the Donkeys will go back and regroup. Around the boards to Witchman. Witchman puts it off a leg. And Weed comes back and tucks one by, but Gardner stops it. Waits for offside, puts it through the feet of JDH. Jurish chips it up the boards to Witchman, who hits Weed on the fly. And now he's offside. Jurish is going to fire one into the net, and the Donkeys will have to touch up.
Yeah, Donkeys still haven't been in that offensive attacking zone as the Rounds are coming the other way. Again, quick shot on. Misses everything completely.
Jurish will regroup for the Donkeys. Vlad Belikov with a steal in the middle. He's with Corey Gardner. Tosses one down in the corner off the mark. Gardner will throw a centering pass. It's picked up by Jonah O'Sullivan and kept in at the line.
Yeah, if the Donkeys are going to try win this game, they're going to have to get something going early because momentum can kill them here if the Rayons keep it up like this.
One issue you could see the Donkeys having is, I just saw it there, they had 4 guys go to the bench and they only had 3 subs. So one guy got stranded on an island and had to go back into the play. So that could, we'll see how that affects them later on in the second and third periods.
Yeah, maybe they're just taking it easy at the time being. But it's going to be a long game for them if they're going to get into this.
And Marsh will steer it in. Kaliniak has a shoulder check and fires one off the netting that's kept in at the line. Kaliniak has it again behind the net. Marsh is there for the steal. Tried to go back to the point, but no one was home. Lazowski safely throws it into the zone. Bruford will come back and recover for the Donkeys. It's literally thrown out of the zone by Tim Maidman. And now Maidman will have a break through the middle. Gets by one Ray.
Yeah, he's definitely a player that the Donkeys are going to need to step up tonight.
And that's a third block shot there. And finally, the Donkeys record a shot on net. Went a solid 4 minutes there without really getting the puck out of their own zone. And when you got a guy like Benjamin Potvin playing a 4-minute shift, that's tough sledding for any team.
Absolutely.
Oh, and somebody went down hard right in front of us here.
Yeah, I think he just got tangled up with his skates there, but
I think that's old-timer exhaustion. A little bit of inline feed on Pedro there. I've tried that inline. You can barely stop.
yeah, I did it a couple of times with some old skates, and I could skate. Yeah, absolutely, because it's the same dynamics. But yeah, stopping was just nah.
It's not made for the big boys, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely not. We'd probably go through a set of wheels every 3 games or so if we could stop.
I have blown a tire, and it's not pretty. I bent the whole track on the bottom. Well, as you know, like you and I actually walking down the street look like more of a WWE tag team rather than a couple of hockey players, but skates don't last very long underneath us.
Definitely
Anyways,
not.
we got an icing here, and we got a puck drop with 10 minutes left. Number 10 to take it against Pedro Pedrati. Rachel Park will line up against him. She turns around her stick, double backhand on that. Nifty little thing she picked up around the way.
You just see from that attacking face-off there, the defenseman for the shot on net. Rachel Park almost putting it past Bartek.
Bartek shows that he's feeling good after a little bit of a layoff. I'm sure he'll be getting comfortable now. He's got a couple shots on him. He'll get him right back into the game after a long hiatus.
He's a goalie though, they got to stay comfy. Oh, chance here for the Rayons. Shot on, Bartek comes out and flicks it to the corner.
Yeah, just completely cut off the angle there and didn't give the shooter much. Jonah will go back and reset for the Rays. Puts one up to Helen Murray. Goes cross ice to Mike Wazowski. And again, Bartek is there to make the stop.
I wonder how long he can keep this up. One of the main reasons the Rayons are here in this FHL final is from playing them through the season, their positioning around the ice is always really good. There's always someone in space to receive a pass, and they normally do get that pass to that person, which can be very dangerous.
Nice shot there by Gardner. Yeah, the Rays this year, they were the cream of the crop of the FHL. It is no surprise that they're here in this final. It is no surprise that they're here in this final. And with 8 minutes to go, they're pressing. Gardner again, and Bartek's there to steer another one away.
Russell Black with just a little saucer pass to get it to his attacker there. Showing off his experience, if you will.
Potvin looks for it in his feet. And the Swamp Donkeys really haven't been able to generate much offensively thus far. JDH throws one across. Hot Tub Time Machine picks it up in the corner. Drops it back to absolutely no one. Weed makes a play to Benji. I smell a slap shot. A slap shot. Couldn't even get the word out. I got marbles in my mouth.
Yeah, Potvin just going into the zone and carrying the puck back a little bit too much as the attacker was going in, so offside is called.
So we got Potvin against O'Sullivan.
Very stand up at the face-off circle, isn't Potvin isn't he?
He'll tell you.
Oh,
He'll tell you that he's 6'3" on skates, and that's why he stands so tall. Now Bartek has to make 2 saves there. Maidment gets back, but he cannot clear the zone. Potvin's got it. There's the copper. You knew it was coming at some point, folks. Here comes another one, I think. Oh, there it is. And that one gets out. That one gets out of the zone. Potvin's good for about 6 to 7 clappers per game. Doesn't matter if he's below the line, if he's in his own end, if he's behind his own net, as you just saw. Like, he will raise that stick as high as he can and put all of his might into it at least 6, 7 times a game.
Absolutely. Wee, that one goes high.
Oh, and Kaliniak kicks a penalty kick with the Deja stick into a third row if we had one over there.
And Sniper.
And Wichman trips himself at the blue line. Oh, but then he gets a steal. Gavin Sterling coughs it up at half to Pedrati. Pedrati gets a shot on net. Crosswhite trying to manage it, and Pedrati rushes the net and gets it free. And Black's going to take it out the other way.
Good play
Cross
there.
ice to Park. Murray keeps it in at the line. Murray back pass to Spencer. Spencer looks cross ice for Park. It goes off a leg, still gets to its target. And Wichman coming back. I think that was about a 13-second back check from Wichman there.
Yeah, must have been. He came extremely late into
I
that.
thought he changed a while ago. Oh, and Bartek snatches one out of the air as Rachel Park fires a muffin on the net.
You can see the donkeys starting to tire out a little bit more.
Look, I see our goalie Bartek Ertowski is dancing away down there. He's liking the tunes. And the faceoff goes back to Jurish, who looks up the side for weed, and he finds some weed on the corner. And Park will get a steal. Park chips it in off the boards to herself. Murray's there to follow up, but Bruford beats both ladies. And all of a sudden, they just won't go away, and they steal the puck back. And here you go, Murray gets a shot on net. And Potwin steers one up to Richmond. Richmond takes a shot, and it hits a stick and goes wide. Impressive the amount of shots that the Rays have blocked so far in this game. Having the Donkeys so far have recorded 1 shot on net.
Yeah, they're definitely hungry for it tonight. They know that the donkeys don't have the manpower on the bench, so they might as well throw it all into this game.
And in this position, when you're 1 game away from the hardware, there's no reason to sit back.
Definitely not.
You can't assume you're going to win anything. You got a team, although there might be 8 of them, their backs are against the wall and they're playing for another game. So
I'd probably prefer to lose just so we get another night of hockey.
yeah, I'm always, having the BHL end after 3 games is a little bit sad comparative to the last couple of years where we've had game 5s. So yeah, I'd like to see this go on. I would love to see the Donkeys, if they can come back and win with 8 guys in the lineup, that's pretty inspirational. And as we say that, they get a 3-on-2 that's immediately broken up by the Rays. And the Rays will come back the other way, 3-on-2. And Jurish comes back on a back check and makes a nice play. Jurish throws his bum in front of Jonah. We're getting rough over there.
Nothing in it though. Good, clean hockey.
Nope. If they're playing hockey, you can't fault them. There's no vicious intent there. No reason to get all crazy in a 0-0 playoff game. And here comes Lazowski. Lazowski will throw one that hits it. Oh, and that's an automatic offside. And unfortunately, tonight's referee does not speak Russian, so he could not translate to Vlad Belikov that he was offside.
Nah, I think his teammates going to have to tell him that instead, if they've learned.
Is there another one on there? Another Russian on that bench?
I don't know.
I'm having a look there.
That's what you do as teammates, yeah. You help each other out by learning their language.
How many languages have you learned so far this year, Bryce?
Yeah, 2/3 of nothing.
Well, that's a little bit more than me. So with 1:30 left, we got a 0-0 game. And we got one of the shiniest trophies in the country up for grabs. Bruford, another block shot. If we kept block shots tonight, folks, Rusty Black would definitely be up there. And
Donkey's asking some questions.
That one gets lost under cross-white. Not sure he knew where it was. But in a matter of minutes, the Donkeys have put up 4 shots on net.
As Cam Green lost his $50 on the floor just then somehow.
Oh, the Goons are playing tonight. Somebody prepaying to
right.
play in the scrimmage.
Nice.
That's how it works. Got to pay for the ice, folks. Well, with 25 seconds left, we got nothing. Are the Donkeys going to get a shot here? And of course, blocked by Rusty Black yet again.
Kind of looks like a washed-up Chara out there, doesn't he? Oh, Rusty.
He's definitely got the longest stick in the FHL. And as the puck goes out with running time, that's going to do it for the first period. We got the Rays out shooting the Donkeys by a score of 10-4. And we'll be right back with the second period. Hello. Here we go. We're back for the second period.
Yeah, Donkey's not looking too bad in that opening frame, getting some shots on net. When they are down in the offensive zone, they're doing all right. It's just the pressure that the Rayons can sustain on them down in their zone. So
they got a couple shots late in that period, and it might have given them something. And there's a hand pass to start the first.
That was a beauty of a hand pass if I've ever seen one.
And tonight's fans, they were yelling for a hand pass on that one. And it was called. Tonight's referees have done one heck of a job. They're going all the way down with it. And it's going to go all the way down into the Donkey zone. And tonight's referees, Mike Linehan and Neil Weir-Smith. And Helen Murray will get at center. She'll take it through the middle of the ice. She's got the middle of the ice. Oh, she makes a nice little toe drag move on Jurish. Jurish finds it in her feet. Steers it to his D partner, Wichman. He kicks it up to Weed. Weed takes it outside. Murray's back to make the play. Spencer comes over center. Chips one ear in that Bartek steers to the corner. It's kept in at the line.
Boy.
Oh, and a beauty tip.
Wow.
Helen Murray, she's been absolutely on fire in this game with a beautiful tip shot.
Yeah, she didn't know too much about that either. Just put the stick in the way and just guided that into the back of the net. Lovely done.
Oh, you got to give him props, too. Jonah O'Sullivan made a nice hustle play there to keep it in at the line and then got a shot off that was a perfect shot for her to tip. Nice knee height. Beautiful goal.
So the Rayons with a 1-0 lead here in this game 3 of the FHL finals. And they're looking hot as well. Can the Donkeys come back and get them? I'm not too sure about that, but they will definitely give it their all to try. Rayons unable to clear. So as the Donkeys do finally clear now. And the Rays take it back into the zone, pressured there, but he just puts it in deep. As the Donkeys come the other way, backhand on net, but that misses everything. As Potvin in the corner just leaves it back for his D-man. He'll dump that right around, and that's Hot Tub there on the puck, and he'll send it all the way down, and it should be icing.
His full name is Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine. He's had a good series. He's been absolutely good. Like, the Rays have been on a run through these playoffs. As most people around the hockey house would know, it takes 9 to win either cup. So right now, they're 11 games into a postseason, and Hot Tub Time Machine's been one of their top defenders. Bruford gets a shot again, blocked by Russell Black. Oh, and just like that, Weed makes everything okay. And a 1-1 game is what we got. Hopefully we got the Weed family listening on and following us here from Canada. As Mike Weed pulls one from behind the goal line and just chips it up over a little sprawled out crosswhite. And all of a sudden the Donkeys have some fight in them.
Well, let's go Donkeys is the chant in the crowd at the moment, as they would love to see some extra games in this final series. A little bit of a tussle for the puck around centre ice. The Rays player will just knock it in deep, forcing a save on Bartek. And O'Sullivan will just whack that up. That's intercepted around centre ice. So Donkeys trying to sustain some pressure of their own now. As the pass from the Rays player goes nowhere. But Marsh is there, can't get it out.
With a steal. He throws it across. He's got 2 guys to help him. Maidman chips it behind himself, to himself. Goes around behind the net, feeds high slot. And there's a race for the puck here. Kaliniak throws it up, but it's just outside the outstretched arms of Potvin. And it'll go for an ice with 10 minutes remaining in a 1-1 game.
Donkeys definitely looking a little bit better in the second period. Trying to take the game to the Donkeys. As Rachel Park will get ready for a face-off in her offensive zone. With that Rusty Black and Hot Tub Time Machine defensive pairing behind them. And a Rays player takes a bit of a tumble there in the corner. This Hot Tub Time Machine will try and come away with it. But pressured on. Oh, good breakout here by the Rayons. 3-on-1. Rusty Black. Oh, backhand. He scores. Beautiful play there by the Rayons.
And after several block shots, Rusty Black gets on his horse, gets into the rush, and uses his 12-foot-long stick to pull the puck around Bartek to make this 2-1. Woo, that was tidy. That was a tidy
It
goal.
was a nice goal.
Never seen a giraffe with such good, nice mitts.
As he's at it again, winning the puck back for his team.
And it's almost as if that goal just sapped the energy right out of the Donkeys. We'll have to see what they do here if they respond. There's definitely some more hustle in these orange shirts tonight. They are chasing down pucks much better than they did in game 2. And Spencer gets a turnover at the blue line. Oh, and he out-muscles number 8, Maidman. It looks like there's a call coming up. I think there might be a hook coming up here to the Donkeys. And it looks like it's going to be number 8, Timothy Maidman, going to the bench. Going to the penalty box to serve 2.
Yeah, he's one of the Donkeys' best players. They'll be missing him while he's in there. But luckily enough, because of the penalty, they still do have 3 on the bench.
It's true. That is true. Which in this situation is much better if you think about it. It's a better ratio for the line. That 4th guy is still on an island. Oh, and the puck went right up into the leg of the pants of the Rays player. We had 9 guys on the ice looking around for the puck, and all of a sudden it fell out of the pant leg of Vlad Belikov. Lazowski hits JDS on the fly, but it hops over his stick in a sloppy entry. As Potvin chips it down, and the time ticks away off the penalty. With 1:11 left on the penalty, the Swamp Donkeys are doing exactly what they need to do right now, which is just chomp up the clock and not really allow the Rays to get a solid entry into the zone. There's another missed pass, and they're actually going to get it out again. O'Sullivan says no nonsense. He fires one in on Bartek and heads off for a change. But again, the Donkeys chuck it down the ice. Mazowski stops behind his own net just for a second. JDS finds Black. He gives it back to JDS, who misses it. And a shocking start to this power play for the Rays. Spinning play to Gardner. Gardner puts it in a foot. And he's sat down in the corner by Jurich. And
Yeah,
Black
right.
can't keep it up at the line, and it looks like the Donkeys are going to avoid one there with just 10 seconds remaining on the penalty.
Yeah, Rayons not using that man advantage very well, especially when they get into the zone. They're just firing it on net quickly, not trying to find a good shooting lane.
A little bit of miscommunication on the Rays here on the power play, and just like that, Maidman will fly out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5. Black steps around, and man, looked like Park got a piece of that, but Bartek got the whole thing. Hot Tub Time Machine keeps it in. Little trusty play from your D-man. It gets wrapped around the boards to Potvin. Potvin gets spun around by Park. And they both get up with smiles. Black with a steal at his own blue line. Looks like he'll keep and get an entry himself. Drops it to Spencer. Spencer to Park. Park to Murray, and a glove save by Bartek, who slid across.
A great build-up there from the Rayons. You'd think maybe they would have put that one away. But when Bartek's in goal, it's never an easy one.
It just goes to show, if you can get into the zone and slow it down a little bit, you can make something happen. After 2 minutes of a power play where they could not find their way across the blue line, they get across the blue line, they go 4 quick passes. But what a save by Bartek. And in this situation, that's probably a game saver with just 3 minutes remaining in the second. Gardner steps over the line. He hits a leg. Oh, and Belikov with a nice back check to steal the puck. Kaliniak looks cross ice to Potvin. Potvin into the middle of the Maidman. Maidman gets it on the half boards, chucks it down into the corner, but O'Sullivan's there to answer it. He coughs one up to Potvin. Potvin tries to go back to the point at Bruford, but he can't stop it from leaving the zone. O'Sullivan will wheel out of the zone. He looks like he's got a little bit of skating room. Gets a shot off on Bartek. And it's chipped off the net and out of play. A little bit different in this league, that when that happens, the team that chips it out cannot change. So in this situation, it not being a delayed penalty is a good thing, but with only 8 players, not being able to change is never a good thing.
Definitely not. Can also change on icings as well.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, you kind of need to change on an icing in this level because none of us are in shape. And we all need a break every once in a while. That's why we iced it in the first place. But back to the game, we got the Donkeys pressing. Weed will throw it back to Potvin for the clapper into the legs, and Weed is there for the rebound. But the whistle was a bit quick there. So the Donkeys...
He's going to get a 4-minute misconduct here. Must have said something to the referee. I'm not entirely sure.
He must have said something to the referee there.
And he's taken no pairs tonight. So the Rayons will have a lovely 4-minute buffer here to try extend their lead. They're going to try to look a bit better than they did the last power play. Rusty Black with a slapper. Good save, rebound, scores. Rachel Park with a tap at home from the rebound. And the Rayons will extend their lead and the man will stay in the penalty box. So it could turn ugly here if they get another one. At least they'll get a rest soon in 25 seconds. As the Donkeys players miss the man exiting the zone as he puts one on net and it's deflected wide by Barkov. Quick shot from the side. And the Donkeys cleared out all the way. And that will do it for the second period. The Rayons leading the Donkeys 3-1 in this Game 3 FHL final.
And the Rays have outshot the Donkeys.
Did you get an inside scoop on the penalty?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. We'll have to check that out and see what happens in the second period.
gained the zone, and a quick shot on net.
I think we were dead there for a second. We had no sound. We weren't actually live, but now we are.
Okay.
And there's 18:23 left in the period. By the way, your commentating was unbelievable.
No one could hear it though, mate. So
It's all good. For all 70, how many guys we got on there? 72 people, 25 people. All 25 of you can hear Bryce now.
okay, that's good.
They probably. I wish that they would have heard you too. They could have got a break from me, right?
No, you're all right, mate.
So I did get the lowdown. I did get the lowdown on the penalty.
Oh!
And Gardner, you could kind of see that bottom corner as he went up to 1 foot.
You could pretty much say now that the Rayons are on their way to the FHL Cup. 4-1 as the Donkeys are looking unimpressed. So what was the lowdown there?
I did get the lowdown, and it seems that the player and the referee had a verbal dispute over where to go to dinner tonight. And for that reason, and that reason alone, because he did not agree to pick up the check, that he sat him down for 4 minutes. And it looks like he may have to pay for the fishing trip as a result.
Yeah, that's funny because that's the same thing I have with my mates where we're going for dinner tonight. Like, I always want curry and they always want Chinese, so...
And there he is.
Oh, Russ! Oh, he's still...
And the draft angles through everybody but cannot hit the mark.
Oh, he dangled the goalie so well that he had to put the puck in the net, but he put it right across the face of the goal mouth.
Jurish picks it up and chips it in at the line.
I'm sure Rusty will be kicking himself over that one.
And that penalty really took the wind out of the building.
Oh, yeah.
As a unique call here to the hockey house, if you're being a dick and you don't know how to bite your tongue in an important game, it could cost you. As penalties that are called dick penalties are 4 minutes and they're served as a major, which is why you saw the Donkeys remaining shorthanded and have 2 tallied up on them on the same power play.
I sometimes do get lippy with a ref, but never drop a swear word because then they'll just come after you.
Yeah, it's a slightly different culture in New Zealand in that some refs will let you get away with it and some refs won't. In Canada, it's quite colorful. I would say that the language is quite colorful on the ice, and it's something that a lot of the expats have to get used to as an adjustment when they come here, because Canadians tend to talk like truckers from time to time, especially when they have stinky gloves and a stick in hand. Oh, and a big collision there as Kaliniak submarine Spencer, but Park calmly pulls it out of the corner, steps up front, it goes off a leg right to Jono. Jono gets a shot. The weed's there, but it's almost like he's out of gas from having 42 minutes of ice time so far in this game. Oh, and a couple just tired plays here from the Donkeys who are really having to suck it up to get through these final 15 minutes.
Yeah, they look pretty dead and buried as the Rayons just keep throwing attack after attack on them.
It's tough when you have one team just absolutely rolling the bench effectively, and then you have 8 guys really trying to stay in it and stay with it for a full 50 minutes. And a little battle ensues behind the net. Bruford takes it on the boards, but Belikoff's right there to pressure him, and Potvin will just throw it down the ice and get a break.
Even after that icing, they can only make one change, as the other 2 guys that are off are already gassed.
And the wind has absolutely come out of the building since that penalty call. And all of a sudden, we're in a 3-goal game. And it's dire straits for the Donkeys. So last year's champions, it appears that they're going to fall today. And our FHL president, Chris Noble, will be giving out a silver chalice this evening. I saw him walking around earlier with white gloves.
As Rusty Black will skate out and get a nice backhand pass to this near side. Good defensive play there by Galanak. As Potvin will just try whack that out of the zone. And Rayons got a delayed offside call here.
31 shots to 7. So the Donkeys have not recorded a point yet. And just a sloppy play there that goes for an offside. With 12:31, it does not look good for the Donkeys at all.
Yeah, definitely not. There's always going to be an uphill battle with only 3 guys on the bench.
Well, 4 if you include the backup goaltender.
Yeah, can he go on for either team?
I think if he wears the gear, why not?
If he is a renter goalie, then yeah.
Yeah, let him go over the boards, blocker and trapper, see what happens.
Bring him on for the last minute.
Well, the way some of these guys are skating around the ice, I'd bring them on right now. Host them out front.
Oh, you,
With the gear on.
yeah, maybe he could just, be a skater for the Donkeys in the last minute or so.
Well, just with his goalie gear on.
Yeah.
That's what I don't oppose that. I think it would be hella entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. It's always fun seeing a goalie hustle their ass.
Well, there is a rule in the BHL and the FHL that goalies can go anywhere. They do not have to stay on one side of the ice. They can go to the other side of the ice and join the play if they'd like to. So there have been a couple situations in the past where in a 7-4 game, the goaltender will join the rush rather than go to the bench. Jurish is one guy who's been playing for the Donkeys with some spirit. Although he did end up in the box, he has been keeping those legs turning all night long and been one of their best players this evening. Oh, and Rusty Black, he's just got some jump in his step, and just like that, it's a 2-on-0. And Black, and Bartek makes a couple of unbelievable saves.
Yeah, one thing about Bartek, doesn't matter what the score is, he's still going to give it everything he's got.
And another kick save to the corner. Poliniak chips it up the boards. And Hot Tub Time Machine fires it into the zone. Pop and coughs one up to Murray, who gets 2 shots away on Bartek before Rachel Park hits a yawning cage to make it 5-1 with 10 minutes remaining.
So both final series this season, the BHL and FHL, only going to last 3 games each.
Yeah, what a surprise. What it means is that the teams that did the research and drafted well for the reset, they're not only champions this year, but they're going to be tough teams to beat for the next 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Is there another reset in 3-4 years, is there?
Every 4 years, the BHL hits the reset button.
Nice.
And start over. Jurish and Gardner fighting over the net. He was trying to score a goal with Gardner.
So will they get last pick in the draft then?
Who's this?
Next year?
So the way that the BHL draft works is automatically the 2 teams that qualified for the finals in each league will pick 7 and 8 respectively in their portion of the draft.
Yeah, good.
And the rest of it is based on how you finished in the regular season. So the draft actually splits up into 2 components, and there's a totally different order for halfway through.
Yeah.
Halfway through from from the halfway point to the end, it goes by the FHL standings rather than the BHL standings.
But there wouldn't be too many good players in the draft as all the weapons are already playing. So,
well, it's to be determined still by GMs how many guys will be protected going into next year's draft. But the minimum draft length, minimum draft size on an off reset year would be 12 to 14 rounds.
so how many players can teams protect?
It's still to be determined. It's still to be determined in postseason meetings. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could guarantee for 12 rounds for next year, which means that each team would protect roughly 8 guys, as well as keeping their
FHL
leadership
and then
components
FHL.
that they have
Yeah.
for each of their teams.
In each league.
Oh, and it looks like Benji Potvin will be headed to the bench, and he will take a seat with a penalty.
Yeah, he just needs
For tripping.
he needs a couple minutes off anyway, so got to play suspended in the penalty box. You actually do get a pretty good rest in there, I got to admit.
See, before this game, they were hoping to recruit tonight's referee, Mike Linehan, to join the Donkeys. Maybe they should have, because it's definitely resulted in a couple penalties. They should have told him that they wanted him, and maybe rubbed him the right way a little bit better.
Yep. You can see the Rayons movement has just been so good all game. Guys just hustling, trying to get into a passing lane, trying to get into space.
They've just had guys up and down their lineup that have turned out, like this line, for example, 3 newer players that play in the lower leagues of the winter season. And they're out here as buzzsaws to just chomp up minutes late here in a game-clinching game. Classy move by the Rays to put this line out there, but as you can see, they're pressuring. And Wichman just safely throws it out. As another 4-minute penalty was dealt to number 19, Benji Potvin.
The refs are definitely having none of it tonight. Oh, it is just a 2? Okay. As Helen Murray will have it, taking it into the zone, around the back of the net. D-man steps up, hot tub time machine, just gives it straight back. Pass was intended for Rachel Park in the high slot there, but falls to the stick of Russell Black. Centering pass, can't get a good shot on. Go Donkeys, go. 4 Rayons on him. Probably wasn't going to come out on the good side of that. And a big clapper to put around the zone.
Benji records his 6th slap shot of the evening. Told you the over and under was 6 or 7, and it actually results in an assist. An apple for number 19, Benji Potvin, on a late goal by Maidman.
Here come the Donkeys now. They just need 3 more. Come on, boys. I personally don't care who wins, but wouldn't mind seeing the game 4. Rayons almost coming straight back.
The Donkeys have given themselves a little bit of breathing room as they will now have a stop time for the remaining of the game. As long as you're within 3 in a playoff game, the clock will stop in the final 5 minutes. Black will circle back, comes up through the middle, goes down in the corner. Black will recover it himself. Jurish is there to give him a fight. Chips it up the wall to Bruford. Bruford will pressure Brunel. Witchman gets a steal, lets one go, and it's managed nicely by Curtis Crosswhite. With 3:38 left in the third, it is looking very apparent that should the Rays hold on, they're going to be champions this evening. And another stop by Crosswhite as he covers up. With 3:34, the Rays have now outshot the Donkeys. Finally, the Donkeys get into double digits. They've now recorded 10 shots on net to the Rays, 41.
They've actually got a pretty good conversion rate then.
Oh, and Bartek makes another pad stack coming out of nowhere. Corey Gardner is falling on top of him. Pedrati throws it across ice to Witchman. Witchman gets a shot off. It's managed by Curtis Crosswhite, taken by Lazowski, who fires it out. JDH comes out. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. Gets it across to Belikov, who kicks it to Ryan Sessa. Jerish will take it through the middle. Throws across ice pass to Pedrati. Pedrati lets one rip, but Crosswhite is there to answer.
Donkeys definitely not going away quietly, as they're still trying to get some shots on net. Almost too little too late though. As the Rayons will clear that all the way. Icing waved off. Not sure why. As Mabin will try to clear the zone, but O'Sullivan keeps that in. So the Donkeys finding maybe a bit of a second wind. Probably shooting from a bit too far out on that occasion. There's Rachel
Park
Parker
gets
coming
the
the other
steal
way.
at the blue line.
She had Murray with her in the center. Maybe she wasn't calling for it. Rachel working bloody hard and getting that puck back as Rusty has it. Gives it to Park. Oh, good save.
And Bartek has been absolutely post to post all evening. You cannot fault him having steered away 39 shots in this game.
Looks like Hot Tub Time Machine's put the GoPro on the helmet. Trying to get a little bit of end of game footage. I'd say he's probably going to be out there for the remainder then. Just so we can get a good video of the big huddle. Centering feed shot by Helen Murray. As Mr. GoPro will have it now. As Weed will get it back but unable to corral that. The Rayons put a wide shot. Oh, there was a Rayon right there in the slot, but he was unable to control the pass. As Richmond has it in the corner. Probably a little bit out of breath. A whistle on the play though.
And they're looking up at the cup. They're looking up. There's 23 seconds remaining. And finally, the Rays are getting a call against them. So sadly, Jocelyn Hartog's going to see the celebration start while he's in the penalty box.
His Hot Tub Time Machine with the GoPro has gone off. So he'll be looking to jump straight on to get some footage.
And with 13 seconds left, they're going to get one more shot, and they bury it to win the final. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. There it is. Les Rayons are your Front Yard Cup champions.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Rayons with a 3-0 sweep. And they looked very good here tonight. They were firing on all cylinders, with the man Russell Black leading from the back. And they look pretty happy about it. As the Donkeys do their final cheer of the year. And your series MVP, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rusty Russell Black, who had an outstanding series for the Rayons. And Rachel Park, the captain of the Rayons, will receive the FHL Cup for 2022. As the team will go around hoisting their shiny trophy. And that will do it for me here, ladies and gentlemen, as I got to go get ready for my game. But thank you very much for tuning in and being here with us to make history here in Auckland, New Zealand, as the Les Rayons are your 2022 FHL Cup champions. Thank you, everybody, and have a lovely evening.